Welcome everyone to episode 50 of the Brewhouse podcast, a podcast between two brothers where we talk about gaming, tech, entertainment, and everything in between. Since we hit the old 50 episode, I guess you could say milestone, I'm going to throw it back to one of our roots, I guess you could say, which is gaming. We're just going to talk about what's important in games to us, what we hope to see games do in the future, because I'm sure y'all have noticed, and Jonathan and I talk about this all the time, is especially with next gen consoles, they're all trying to push the 4K, the 8K narrative. And we'll get into more of this, but in our opinions, graphics are pretty low on the totem pole.
Yep.
When it comes to the most important thing in a game. A game can have amazing graphics, but if the gameplay is bad in it, nobody's gonna Anthem, nobody's gonna enjoy it. If the story is bad in it, nobody's gonna enjoy it. So, take for example Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Granted, this isn't all on Microsoft because Ubisoft has never done a good job, optimizing their games.
I wouldn't say never.
Well, I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is terrible on PC. It is optimized terribly. On my PC, I would not get above 100 FPS on medium settings probably. So, they're pushing the whole it'll run at 4K 30 narrative. And it's like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure if you poll most people, and I could be completely wrong on this, if you poll most people, I'd rather play a 1080p 60 FPS game than a 4K 30 FPS game.
Well, it depends.
It depends, but for me, majority of the time, I would rather play 1080p 60.
Yeah, because I mean, if the game itself is native at 30 frames, play it at 4K.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the people are overhyping, graphics, and it's like it's not necessarily the most important thing. It's up there.
Yeah, it's definitely important. But I think
is it in top 5? It might be 5.
It might be 5. I mean, you have probably gameplay is 1 for me. Gameplay and story are top 2.
Yeah, those could be interchanged. Gameplay and story are both there because I mean, if you have some games that are just strictly gameplay and there's no real story to it.
Destiny,
yeah. I mean, Destiny is one of the best shooters.
Yeah.
As far as just, control wise, and I'd say even HUD wise, Destiny is up there.
Yeah, the gunplay in Destiny feels as some of the best, as some of my favorites still on PC. Somebody in chat saying soundtrack is more important. Soundtrack is very important for me.
Sound is up there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I mean, look at Final Fantasy VII Remake. In my opinion, that's going to win out like soundtrack, best soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
From I mean, Ghost of Tsushima might be up there, and Cyberpunk maybe, but
I think Final Fantasy VII is going to be up there. The only one I think could have given it a run for its money and kind of screwed itself on that was Doom Eternal.
Oh yeah, that's true because they had all the stuff with their music producer going on and everything.
The music producer wanted more time. He wanted more money. They gave him some stuff. So there's a couple tracks in there that were remixed by someone else, and it just was not good.
Yeah. So I mean, graphics are very important. There's a lot of other things that are more important than it, and we're gonna be flipping around topics because we don't just want to be repeating ourselves on and off. Because there was a lot of big news last week and this week in terms of, well, I guess we can just get right into it. Justice League got announced that the Snyder Cut is coming out.
You saw how much that's going to cost?
Yeah, it's like 30 million or something.
HBO Max or whatever the guy said. Yeah, let's just say it's 30 million. It's not, but I like to think that it's close to 30 million. No, it's probably going to be over 50.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some comments in chat. We'll wrap back around to finish off like questions and comments and everything. So yeah, I'm actually excited for this. I hated the Justice League movie. I'm gonna be honest. It was terrible in my opinion.
Well, it's gonna have Darkseid in it. It's not gonna have
no, yeah, it's going to be completely different
Steppenwolf.
because they need to go all out because people are still going to have a bad taste in their mouth. I know I am.
Mhm.
But if it's completely different, which we know it will be because Zack Snyder posted a picture of Darkseid saying he's going to be on HBO. So we know he's going to be in the movie. How much, if he's going to be in all of it? I mean, are they going to add in more heroes from the Justice League?
I don't know. He said we only saw a fourth of the scenes he shot, and he's planning on this being 4 hours long, which is just obnoxious.
Do you think they're going to break it up into like 4 hour long things? Or like 2 2 hour long things? Or just
No.
drop the entire 4 hours?
Just drop it all in 4 hours.
I'm kind of 50-50 on that because 4 hours, that's a long movie.
Yeah, but if people see like one episode and they don't release them all back to back, people are going to be like, "Oh, the first hour of it was crap. I'm just not going to watch the other 3."
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely going to be interesting though. I want to see Green Lantern in it. Probably
I don't
won't
think that's
happen.
going to happen. Not with the Green Lantern show that they're going to do on HBO.
I didn't even know they were doing that.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to have Hal Jordan. It's not going to have John Stewart. Yeah. They're going to be referenced in it, but they're not going to be main characters.
Well, we're up to that.
Mm. Well, you get the CW with Diggle to look forward to.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
that doesn't crash and burn before then.
Yeah. Also, in gaming news, we haven't really talked about it. I'm not sure if you've heard anything about The Last of Us 2 spoilers.
I didn't hear anything about it. Well, I mean, I guess I heard people saying like, "Oh, I'm going to cancel my pre-order because of this," and it's just like, dude.
I've heard it is whole new levels of bad.
I'm not going to think that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm still going to buy the game and play it and have my own opinion on it.
It's Naughty Dog. It's going to be anything. It's going to be no less than good.
Yeah, I agree. But the people I game with have read the reviews and they are not optimistic. Let's put it that way. Man, reviewers that opinions I trust have all said it's bad too. Again, we don't let other people sway our opinions on things. If we play a game and enjoy it, we're going to be honest and say we enjoyed it. If we play a game and we didn't enjoy it, we're going to say we didn't enjoy it. So, yeah, I mean, still buying it day one. JT is too. We're still going to play the crap out of it. And I'm still very much looking forward to it. Also, since last time we had a podcast, they did the state of play for Ghost of Tsushima, which looked absolutely insane. Did we talk about that on the last episode?
I think we talked about it a little bit. Maybe.
Because last episode was the Clone Wars review.
Yeah, we may not have. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but we'll glance over it again. This shot up on my list of games I want to play this year. At first, I was like, okay, it looks, because we didn't really see too much on it.
Well, you were waiting for gameplay.
I was, because we saw gameplay in like the very original trailer at E3 with Flute Man, but it was very, I don't want to say scripted, but there was no HUD.
Yeah.
It was, only one-on-one pretty much.
You didn't see the battle systems and how you could attack people. It was pretty much just, him fighting with a sword. That was pretty much it.
What I'm most excited about is the exploration and being able to do things different ways. So you can either
your horse can't die?
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. Can't kill the horse in the game. And you can pet the dog.
Dead.
Yeah, that's a Red Dead. And you can pet the dog, aka the fox. I'm excited to be able to do things in multiple ways. Like go around as a samurai and just brute force everything, or the way that I'm going to do it and sneaking around and killing everything.
No, brute force, black and white, Japanese with subtitles, Kill Bill style. Let's go.
So one thing I'm interested in is in the state of play thing. They did the same mission, which is going destroy a boatyard. I'm wondering if they're going to add in some way that I think it's the Mongols are going to take it back So that way, if you did it one way, you'll be able to go back and do it again in the other way.
Maybe.
You know, kind of have like certain areas that it's kind of like a progress bar where the more you go back, it keeps the bar like above it being taken back over kind of thing. I think that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
Now, they did come out and say that it's not going to be a light, dark, good, bad. Because you never played the Infamous games?
I played part of the first one.
Okay. Well, you can go good or evil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much like to get the entire experience, you would need 2 playthroughs.
Yeah.
That's not how this game is. So like the different fighting styles and stuff like that, it's your choice to
Yeah.
play as either one.
I also heard something about like depending on how you interact with people in NPCs, they'll react differently to you, depending on like what outfit you're wearing or something like that. Which I think is really cool.
I think it's gonna be a really stellar game. It's coming out at the right time. It's going to. I'm glad it's coming out after Last of Us Part 2 because that game is.
It's
15
huge from what I've
hours?
heard. Yeah, the story is quote unquote shorter, but
Last of Us Part 2 is 15 hours. I think they're saying this is going to be, somewhere like 30 hours for story, but then,
yeah,
all the exploration and everything.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to see like all the exploration stuff. The map looked huge. Player agency is another important thing in gaming. Letting the player decide how they want to play.
Exactly.
And Ghost of Tsushima looks like it has a lot of that. Like I said, you can choose your outfits, you can choose your weapons. They have, I forget what they're called, the little
charms.
The charms, relic things, whatever, that give you different perks and everything. And they have those, catered to specific play styles, and it just looks insane. Comment in chat says, frame rate is considered graphics to me. Like, yeah, if the graphics are better, but the frame rate sucks, I'm not even going to see the good graphics unless I'm standing still, right? Exactly. So 1080p, 60 FPS might not technically look as good, but it will feel better looking at it, if that makes sense.
And if it's a constant 60.
Yeah, so like, the people that say they can't see a difference between 30 and 60 FPS, I'm like, you got to go get your eyes checked. You got to go do something. Because it is night and day from 30 to 60 FPS.
I mean, perfect example that you can relate to is play Destiny 2 on PlayStation at 30 frames and then go play it on PC at 60.
There's also FOV changes that go into that.
Well, I'm saying just keep the standard FOV.
Yeah, keep the 72 FOV and it'll look twice as smooth because it is twice as smooth, like mathematically.
But I mean, graphics come even into a point with all these other indie games. Because I mean, if you go back and play a 16-bit game, those have a higher frame rate. But I would still compare, say like think of Shovel Knight that came out.
Yeah,
that game still holds up as good graphics to me.
Yeah, graphics, and it also plays into the style of the game too.
I think stability goes hand in hand with graphics.
Yeah.
Like if you have good graphics, like as you said, you just sit still and you got good graphics, but as soon as you start moving, it gets choppy and your frames drop. No.
And going into, the graphics have to fit the style of the game. I'm not gonna compare, like you said, Shovel Knight to freaking like God of War or something and be like, oh, Shovel Knight looks like crap because it doesn't look like God of War. No, they're completely different games. So,
and we're not going to get into a whole bunch of console wars, but I mean, people are spouting that the Xbox Series X is more powerful and has better graphics, but you and I both agree that doesn't make a difference to us.
No, we always have and always will play on the platform that gives us better games.
Yes,
and
that gives us better single player experiences. Because I mean, let's be real. If it's a multiplayer game, if it's a first-person shooter, or some third-party game, we're gonna play on PC.
Yeah.
And especially with Xbox, you can play every game that's on Xbox on PC.
Yeah, like I know I've seen so many people. I see a post about God of War, and they said I literally bought a PlayStation to play God of War, and then once they play God of War, they're like, oh crap, PlayStation has a ton of other games.
Yep.
Same thing with Bloodborne. I've seen people say, oh, I bought a PlayStation 4 for Bloodborne, and there's I saw the Uncharted games, so I played those. I
And I
saw
mean, if you're a
Last of
PlayStation
Us.
Plus member, you could have gotten Bloodborne for free. You could have gotten the Nathan Drake collection for free, which I think
Yeah.
was in January, February.
Yeah, I
Uh,
got all the Uncharted games for free.
yeah, and Uncharted 4 was what, last month?
Well, Uncharted 4 was for the whole human malware situation
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
that's right. Yeah,
So it was, I think, a month after.
the Uncharted collection came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
So
mean, there's so many good games that are on PlayStation 4 that people have not played.
yeah, I mean, even my friend Aaron, who's in chat, him and another one of my buddies, they split. I think it was a used or a new PlayStation 4, and Aaron he played God of War, and he said it was like amazing. And he still
Yep.
has Horizon Zero Dawn to play. He still has Spider-Man to play. He still has Last of Us to play. It was a Black Friday deal, is what it was. Nintendo consoles always sell well, even though the graphics are always worse. Exactly.
Well, Nintendo has a habit of creating
Niche
its own
product.
a niche product, but it creates its own demand. Think about the Wii. They didn't produce that many, so it's in high demand,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's like, "Oh, this is selling out. It must be good." Well, same thing with the Switch,
Yeah, the
but
Switch is selling ridiculously. Oh, you played The Last of Us. Okay.
if Nintendo was changed a few things, I'd have a Switch. I would have gotten a Switch day one. Like
Mm-hmm.
for me, if they had trophies on it, yeah, of course. If I can go play Super Mario Brothers or something like that, Mario Odyssey with trophies and stuff like that, how to like compare it to my friends, how far we got in the
Mm-hmm.
games. I play it, but it's first of all, it's not powerful enough for everything nowadays. It's powerful enough for their style of games, which is more towards cartoonish rather than live action where we're getting on the other consoles.
Yeah. Well, even no, I'd say it's not powerful enough for the games it has right now. I'm doing a very lackadaisical playthrough of Breath of the Wild right now, and that game struggles on the Switch, and it was a launch title. It runs The Witcher 3. I haven't seen how well it runs it, but
It runs Doom 2016 somehow.
yeah. I don't know. From what the footage I've seen from Xenoblade looks really good. So I'm excited. I'm getting that. That comes out on Friday, so I'll be getting that and playing through that. I haven't played through those games, but I've always loved that style.
Mhm.
The kind of I don't know what to call it. The kind of JRPG, Nintendo style.
You could play Borderlands on the Vita and it runs good.
Yeah. On the when did the Vita come out? 2008
No, I'll check.
or 2010? No, I'm thinking of the PSP. PSP came out like 2005 or something, or 2004.
2013.
Yeah, so yeah, the Vita can run the Borderlands collection. Remote play from your console.
The Vita their OG Vita probably has a better screen than the Switch also.
Yeah. Man, the Vita was slept on.
It wasn't pursued. They didn't want big AAAs. I mean, the Uncharted game on it is really good. I haven't finished it. I mean,
Is that
Persona
one of the
4
side
Gold.
games?
No, it's a main storyline game.
Well,
like
yeah,
it's not one of the numbered ones, but
yeah,
it has
that's what I meant.
It has Drake in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember you would play Destiny 1 on your Vita.
Yeah.
And
well, when we went to Guardian Con last year, I remote played The Witcher from our hotel.
That. Yeah.
And it actually played well.
Mm-hmm. That's insane. Mm-hmm. I never really did any of the remote play stuff. I tried to, but it didn't really work out.
Yeah, I mean, people forget that you can always use it as an additional controller.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm excited for all the games coming out. So I have Xenoblade to play starting on Friday. I need to finish Spider-Man. And then we have Last of Us 2 in less than a month. I think like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, it comes out, what, the 12th? Or that's what
I think the 12th. And then Ghost of Tsushima is the 17th of July.
Yep.
And then Cyberpunk in September. Something like that.
Yeah, Cyberpunk's holding off until
yeah, you're holding off for PS5. I'm getting it on PC though, so
yeah.
And then new consoles hopefully November-ish.
October, November.
Yeah. Next week we have the PS5 reveal, so we
Yes.
will definitely be talking about that next week. We'll probably wait and record an episode whenever it happens.
Yeah, we're gonna wait and do one probably right after. You're not gonna play Destiny Season 11?
I'll probably play
June
like the
9th?
first couple days
Mhm.
and finish all the content that they have to offer in 3 days, because that's about how long Destiny content lasts now.
Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion coming out in June. You hear anything about that? Is that real?
Yeah, it
I'm just
is.
looking at a list. I'm
It
looking at
is.
games radar list. No, and then other games that are coming out. I'm really interested in getting a PlayStation VR.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because the Iron Man game.
Have you seen that game?
Yeah, I looked at it. It looks insane.
That, and then they have the Star Wars Darth Vader game that's coming to PlayStation, and there's a couple other games that are really. I mean, obviously Beat Saber, but my kids were like, "Oh yeah, I want to get a VR," and I was like, "Okay, well, save your birthday money, and you might be able to afford one for Christmas."
Uh huh.
And I did that, kind of just waiting they'd come out with maybe a new iteration with the PlayStation 5. Fingers crossed, a bundle with it, and I can just get that.
Mm-hmm. I'm very interested to see prices.
Mhm.
Very, very interested.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm getting a PS5. Both of us are getting a PS5 no matter what. But
You're gonna get Paper Mario.
on the Switch, well,
Yeah,
that's the
July
only thing I'd be
17th.
on.
Yeah.
Probably not. If I do get it, I'll wait for it to go on sale. It's a Nintendo game. It'll never go on sale.
Nope.
I'm definitely getting Xenoblade though, because I want to play on my Switch more. I just have no urge really to play through Breath of the Wild currently.
I
That
don't
game,
have any urge to ever play that game.
that game has been. I don't want to say a letdown, because I had expectations going into it. I didn't have like huge expectations, but still. So, unless, unless I mean, you have anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up here?
Tony Hawk Pro Skater Remaster.
I'm getting that. I'm pumped for that game.
Dude, as soon as they said the original soundtrack's coming back, I'm
I
like,
know.
yes.
I said that in the group me
Yes.
with all the guys. I was like, if it doesn't have the original soundtrack, I'm not getting the game.
Dude,
And it
I've been
did.
listening to some Goldfinger, some ska music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so great. And I'm glad it's 1 and 2 coming back. I didn't care to play any of the other ones, but those two I remember playing just the crap
3 was
out of.
pretty good.
See, I don't even remember any of 3.
I barely remember 3. I think
I just remember
3 was like you go into like cities and stuff like that too.
2, if you beat everything, you can unlock Spider-Man at the end.
Yep, I remember that. I do remember that. So yeah,
No,
very good
other
time
than
for
that,
gaming.
yeah, really good time. I think it's gonna be a good year. Um, but Cyberpunk, you're getting ready to customize your dong.
Oh yeah, dude. Going Little Dick Gang for life. Gonna be the leader of the LDG in game.
No, you're gonna make the South Park character Mrs. Chokes on Dick.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm very interested for that game. I'm with you.
That's the game I'm most nervous about this year. That hasn't yet to come out.
Honestly, I was most nervous for Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-mm.
Well, okay. I knew it was gonna be good, but I was still nervous for it. Cyberpunk, with what they did with The Witcher 3, it's kind of like, how
But
are they going to top that? I mean,
I told you already that was the only really standout game that they've ever done.
yeah, the other Witcher games were good story wise, but gameplay wise, they did not age well. That's something Aaron said about Final Fantasy VII, which I don't necessarily agree with. That
What,
it didn't age well.
the original one?
Yeah, I'd still play it today. I mean, I get it's a very old game.
Yeah, it's we like it because of nostalgia reasons, but yeah, graphics wise, no, it did not age well.
Yeah.
Like the battle scenes are good, the cut scenes are good, but like just you running around the world, no, those
Yeah,
blocky
it's
characters.
clunky and
I mean, that's PlayStation 1 graphics.
yeah. And he's
So
playing it on the Switch, and if you're playing on a PC, it looks a little better.
I thought the Switch is a PC port.
It might be. I don't know.
I want to say it is because that's the PlayStation 1 is the PC port.
Mhm.
PlayStation 4 one's the PC port. So what let's finish on this. What is your ideal lineup that they can announce maybe next week or the week after for PlayStation 5? What 4 games?
4?
Yeah, 4.
Oh, can we make it 3?
No, 4.
Oh, fuck.
It doesn't have to be launch games. Like if they announced these 4 games, what would just make you go crazy?
God of War 2.
Yep, that's one of them too.
Some kind of Jack and Daxter / Ratchet and Clank.
I think they're gonna do Ratchet and Clank. They're due for another one, but that's not one of mine.
Okay, well, give me yours so I can base mine
Bloodborne
off
2.
yours. Yep, Bloodborne 2. So that's 3 for me.
My third one would be crap. I just thought about it. You name your other one. I just had the other one in my head.
Dude, I was saying we should only do 3.
No, I had like 2 other ones.
Well, they're not gonna do Uncharted, will they?
Oh, Horizon 2.
Yeah, yeah, Horizon 2.
Horizon 2, and then I would
Spider-Man
be
2.
Spider-Man 2 would be another one that I'd be happy about, but I'd also, what if Star Citizen dropped out of nowhere?
Yeah,
Is
that'd
it
be
Star
insane.
Citizen or is
Starfield.
that Starfield? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bethesda game.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Anyways, guys, next week we'll be back with the
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, okay. After the nightmare that the third one was.
Yep.
That's going to wrap it up for us. We will be back next week with our recap of the PS5, hopefully the PS5 reveal.
I think they'll reveal it.
Yeah. And we'll be talking about everything that they talk about. So if you enjoyed, be sure to follow whatever platform you're listening on. And until next time,
Keep gaming.
and we will see y'all later. Peace.